If you have never made $10,000 a month, you're a loser. No, I'm kidding. You're not a loser, but it's really hard to make money in today's world. At the same time, there's more money than there's ever been. Today, I'm going to tell you the exact down to the T mentality that I used in order to build my business. No matter what business you're trying to get into, I promise you this video right here will change your future. My name is Shah. My company just did $9.5 million in sales last year, and we're looking at an upwards trend of 20%. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Number one, this is the brick by brick theory. This right here is the formula to building a massive business. We have two things on this list. We have the goals and we have the income. First things first, let's separate those two, okay? Your goals and your income are the wall. And these right here are your bricks that are going to allow you to build this wall right here. If you focus on the wall, for example, I started in an auto shop. Today, I'm sitting in a 40,000 square foot building. When I first started, I started in a 400 square foot garage. If all I focused on was a 40,000 square foot auto shop that works on exotic vehicles, I would have been sat there all day, literally frozen, not knowing what to do. So instead, I broke things down brick by brick. So what I did was I figured out how to get one car first into my parents' garage, ultimately. And how I did that was I went to Craigslist, I went to the BMW forums, and I scoured the internet for as long as I could until I could figure out how to get one car. And I knew that if I wanted the next car, all I had to do was add one more brick. This was my car number 2. Now, if you're trying to open an auto shop today, that's probably not the best advice that you could use. I'm talking about advice that I learned 10 years ago. So if you're doing it today, I would say start off with social media. But ultimately, that became my next brick. That was in the form of Instagram, YouTube, organic, word of mouth. I started focusing on getting my customers to bring referrals. I started focusing on making videos about the work that we were doing on a daily basis. And so going from one car to 2 cars to then literally getting to a point where we're doing 100 plus cars. At one point, we were doing 200 plus cars a month. So from going from 1 car to 2 cars to getting to 100 cars, I had to focus on putting down the next brick. When I made the goal smaller and smaller and smaller, I was able to actually quantify it. And the second wall that we have here is income. So let's just say my goal was to make $10,000 a month. It's really difficult for me to quantify how I can make $10,000 a month, because for me to sit here and make some calculations in my head to see how many cars I have to work on and what kind of jobs I have to do to figure out how I can make $10,000 in profit is very difficult. Now, if I break that down, $10,000 a month breaks down to, let's just say, $2,500 a week. And then that breaks down to $330 a day. $330 a day, I can quantify pretty easily. And chances are you can probably quantify that pretty easily as well in your head. You could tell me, hey, Shah, if you want to make $10,000 a month, all you got to do is figure out how to do 1 oil change a day, or maybe do a valve cleaning every single day. So what I did was I created these little check boxes where I knew that there were certain services that I could make that $330 a day with. And every single night, I had to make sure that I checked off one of the boxes no matter what it took. And eventually, adding this brick turned into the $2,500 a week, which eventually turned into the $10,000 a month. People would ask me, what do you want to make this year? And my answer to them would be, honestly, I don't care, because I broke it down so simply that all I really cared about was what's my next car and how do I get $330 today. I was focused on the output and not the result. And ultimately, I understood that if I could create the output, these bricks would eventually add up to becoming the wall that I want, which is my ultimate goals and my ultimate income. Now we're gonna move on to point number 2. This one is huge. Invest in years, not in days. The amount of times that I hear, hey, I've been working for the past 2 weeks and I'm not making any money. You have to forget the concept of days when it comes to making money. Progress increases in increments of years. For me to be sat in this chair right now, owning companies that do $10 million in sales every year, I had to be sat here for 10 years doing the same small things that I talked to you about in the brick by brick theory. You're gonna have days that look like this, and you're gonna feel like things just aren't working in your favor and it's never gonna work. However, the real result happens. These are your tasks every single day. These are the things that you're doing. These are sales that you're making every day. Sometimes they're up, sometimes they're down. That's why they call it a roller coaster in business. Eventually, you will end up seeing this uptrend if you're focused on the output that you create every single day. That's how business works. If you think in days and not in years, you will mentally check out and you will not be able to achieve your goals and achieve that ultimate success that you're chasing. Now, I have a quick bonus right now for you. If you guys liked and subscribed, hopefully you guys will enjoy this one too. If you knew that it took 10 failures to achieve success, you would try and get through your failures as fast as you possibly can. Think about that for a second. change your mentality and understand that you're going to fail until you finally hit that one win. Experiment as quickly as you possibly can. And if you fail, it's okay. All of these failures are learning lessons. I have a software company right now in the automotive field. So obviously when I started my auto shops, I realized that the auto body industry really lacked software. And so I decided to go out on this journey to create the next best software for auto body shops. In the process of getting there, I actually failed not only in different ideas before that, but even in the idea that I had for the auto body shops. Now, I had to fail because every single time I failed, I learned. I failed forward. I failed again. I failed forward again. I failed again. I failed forward. And guess what? All of that created this upward trend for me. And finally, I was able to win. Do not be afraid of failure. Understand that you need to fail and fail and fail forward over and over again. And eventually, that is the only way you will create true success and actually win in life. All right, guys, point number 3, I've said it 100 times, focus. This right here is the equation that you need to follow in order to understand if you're focused or not. I want you to break it down in your head while I talk to you about it. Clarity. If you understand what your goals are, if you understand what kind of income you're aiming for, only then can you actually become focused. Next, purpose. You need to know exactly why you're setting off on this journey. As humans, our only goal in life is not to make money. As humans, our goal is also to be happy and understand that we are doing something good on this planet. Distractions are on the bottom. Your goal is to get that clarity and that purpose so cemented that your foundation cannot move. Once you have that, your distractions need to be minimized. That means all the time you spend scrolling on social media like Instagram, TikTok, they need to go away. If you are serious about business, the truth is you do not deserve a break. I'm telling you right now, this is advice that I took myself. When I first started my company, I was 19 years old. I used to work 80 hours a week nonstop. I did not care. You might not want that, but if you want to be in a position that I'm in today, you have to be okay with that. There's nothing sexy, cute, fun about it. At the end of the day, if you can become focused, you will make more money than anyone else. And that completes this video, guys. If you got any valuable insight from this video, please go ahead and subscribe. I'm gonna be making a lot more videos like this. It is not that difficult to make the money that you're wanting to make if you follow this mindset right here. I promise you, it worked for me, it'll work for you. And if you like this video, like I said, go ahead and comment down below. Let me know what else you guys wanna see. I'd love to make a video that you wanna see specifically, and hopefully this gets you further along on your journey of life. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Shah.Siddiki. I'll see you next time.